Hi guys, I'm Mama Bear to Many. I am mom to 15, and I thought that I would give you a little update on our baby, Azariah, who is baby number 15. We have been home now for a week. He is on the bed and he's just a little cooing. So if you hear anything, that is him. He's enjoying his life at home. So I just thought that I would just give you an update video. It's hard to really tell. There's been a lot of challenges and a lot of good things all at once. Like when we got him home, it was just almost overwhelming. There was so many things. Like we got released, I guess you'd say. We got released at nighttime, so it was challenging because like we were trying to do the nighttime routine like as soon as we got home. And everyone just wanted to spend time with him. So it was a little challenging that first night, but he did great. He slept in his bed, just little twerky things like the cushion that I got to keep him at an angle was just a little bit too high. So then I just kind of, had to fix that up a little bit. The medicine that they gave me a bunch of syringes to go with the medication, but the syringes were not the correct syringe to fit on his G-tube fitting. So I ended up having to call, but they were really great. So got that all worked out. Another thing is like, I think the first little bit, well, after that first day, then I was trying to just figure out, okay, where am I putting everything? Because there's lots of supplies. And so we got a delivery. I had already ordered this little shelf thing that has drawers that comes out. And I'll share that at the end of this video. I'll share like solutions that I've come up with, the problems. Or not problems, but just things that I've come up with, different things in order to make it work better. In case you are a mom with a baby coming home from the hospital that might be using various types of equipment, maybe that could be helpful. So, as soon as we got home like Monday night, and then Wednesday I had to go back to Boston for 3 days because he had an appointment at gastro, and then my daughter had an endocrinology appointment, and then he had another appointment on Friday for his audiology. So those appointments went well. His gastro was good. They wanted to change a couple of the dressing type things. The dressings that are provided by the insurance company or by the it's a durable medical equipment supplier, are not the dressings that they want him to use. So they gave me a couple, and I needed to just go and order those. So I ordered those. I used Vitality Medical, seemed to be the best place price wise. They're still kind of expensive. I think the dressings are like $2.50 a piece or something like that. And then the Mepilex tape is not covered by the insurance either. They give this other type of tape. They said if you can use that other tape, then that's great. I've tried the tape twice, and he does okay with it, but he does seem to get red under the skin. He has really, really sensitive skin. So I think that I'm going to purchase the Mepilex tape and then only use that if I need to use that, like on occasion, or try it again, like as he gets older. So yes, we have tried to figure out, I'm watching him, tried to figure out, I think that you can't, until you get home, there's certain things like that you can't figure out. Like you can't figure out, okay, how long is the cord in order to like have him in this place and the feeding tube, like reaching the feeding tube hole. Things like if we're plugging something in but it still needs to be attached to him, where are we going to plug it in? Other things like where can the monitor be plugged in where we can still see him? The oxygen wire is really fairly long. Learning curves, like how to actually hook up portable oxygen, what oxygen we choose at what points, all these things. So the first 3 days we were just on portable oxygen. We have a great durable medical supply company. I called them and I said, we have appointments Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They said, okay, at his rate, the large tanks will last 20 hours. So we took 4 tanks with us. And I asked if they'd be okay if we left them in the vehicle, and just all the questions that needed to be had. And they literally came out that day because we were going the next day. So I am so very thankful for that. And I also am very thankful that we did decide to move to a place that we could get these supplies at a consistent basis. They said, you can, you tell us what you need, which is wonderful as far as the oxygen and such goes. We do also have a condenser, I guess it's called. So you plug it into the wall and you would, so you plug it into the wall and it makes oxygen. So we're only using portable tanks if we are out of the house. There's a really long wire that goes, not wire, hose that connects to him that you can walk in. I put it in kind of like a center-ish room, so you could walk into my bedroom, the dining room, and the living room all on the wire. I think it's 25 feet. So if we needed it further than that would go, then we could put him on a tank, or we could move the condenser. So just trying to figure out as well some of the wires and how not to get them tangled or caught up, or then trying to figure out all the G-tube things and how to travel with him. His feral bag needs to be above his head, but we didn't realize it needed to be like way above his head. So there was some times that it was high, but not high enough. So then it would start to back up. All those things, just working it out, tweaking it out. Okay, this doesn't work. Let's try this. The complex care team called me yesterday, which was wonderful. We met his pediatrician on Monday. We've gone for a walk already, which I'm going to share with you guys. Yeah, he loves being outside. I think that he needed to be home. I'm glad that, at the last day I was kind of nervous, like, oh my goodness, I don't know. But I think he needed to be home. He has been thriving. He has been smiling so much. Like, I've never seen him smile so much. It just melts my heart. And then yesterday, my daughter was holding him and he was giggling at her. It was so sweet. Like, he has never giggled at all. And I know probably some of that's just developmentally, like, he's progressing to that next stage, but it's just beautiful to see. And it's beautiful that the kids just get to sit and love him and hold him and cherish him, and, and then all the little questions. It's almost like having a newborn, because then you are getting all the new questions too. Like, my daughter who just turned 3, she's like, does he have teeth? No, no teeth. Does he have a tongue? All the questions that happen when you bring a new sibling home are starting to come up, and it's just neat. Yeah, really special. So just figuring out our rhythm in lots of ways. It's been easier as far as the night-day rhythm, because I allow noise to happen during the day, and then things are quiet and dark at night. So he's been sleeping a lot better, which has been wonderful. There was one night that he had a rough night. But aside from that, he does pretty good. He'll sleep like bigger stretches, which is nice. I get up to give him his medicine in the middle of the night and whatever, but he usually tends to, I don't want to say he tends to do whatever. Either he goes to bed later or he gets up earlier in the morning. Just depends on the day. But he does sleep a good stretch, which is lovely. It's lovely for him too, because then he's able to be awake during the day more. So that's really special, because then the kids get to see him awake. He enjoys being outside. He likes being in his stroller, which is special. So we try to get outside and walking each day. whether it's locally or whether we go someplace and travel and get him outside that way. So, yes. Pretty exciting. Excuse me. Yeah, I ended up cutting yesterday. I had rigged it up a little bit for that foam pad to keep him at the angle. I did that for a couple days, and then I ended up cutting. I was like, I wanted to like cut it down a little bit, but then I didn't want to ruin a brand new cushion. So it took me a couple days to be like, you know what? I think this would work better the other way. And I'm glad I did it because it suits a lot better. So that is all situated. Probably will not be showing you his bedding and that type of stuff, but I am going to show you the stuff that I have organized. So I think that is it. We also were coming into just new house, right? So I'm trying to get in little systems and such inside of a new house, because it's just like moving, because it's the first time that we're all in this new house. So it's figuring out what systems work in this house, what grocery systems work in this house, what cleaning systems work in this house, all the things. So there's lots of things that need to get organized. There's lots of things that need to develop lists. I bought a whiteboard the other day. Yep. I was like, I need a whiteboard in this house. Bought a whiteboard the other day and put that up. And I think that will be very helpful because, you know, I live by my whiteboard. I write down things that need to get done so that mom brain does not forget. Anyhow, I'll share those things along this journey. I do have the walk that I will be sharing. I have my first grocery haul. We just did that. That's coming out very soon. I just need to edit that. And I just wanted to give you an update on Azariah and how he's doing. I should say too, I know not everyone is on Instagram. I was not on Instagram until about a year ago. But I have been posting short little videos, if you are on Instagram, short little videos over there of Azariah. So the smiling video, I think I posted that here as well, but basically little like clips of videos of the kids I kind of post over there. So if you're interested, join us over on Instagram. I'll put our Instagram link down in the description box below because somebody already had my name over there. So I'll just put the link over there in the description box below so that you guys can just click on that and meet me over on Instagram. So I'm going to show you in here. These are his main drawers. These are just for regular type stuff. So this has diapers, which I need to fill. Has a sleeve of diapers, obviously. Need to fill this. Usually diapers here, wipes, that type of stuff in there. This has bottle supplies. Again, those are in the washer. I need to fill those. And then we have one drawer of clothes, and these are clothes and pajamas that are one pieces. So then that's the top of this. So this machine is telling his oxygen levels. He only needs this at nighttime when he sleeps. It tells his heart rate and his oxygen levels. And there's extra supplies up here for that. I also have other supplies in the bag. He also needs to have that in the car. So that's why it's kind of kerfuffled around here, because we just got back from the car. And then he has something that plugs into there that gives those things. This is a suction machine, so I've only used it for his nose so far. And this is the nose adapter, but if he was really sick, we could use this for other purposes, deep suctioning and such. All right, so then over on this wall, the door obviously comes out here. We're keeping the extra oxygen tanks here. And then these are mini oxygen tanks. And then I have two backpacks. One you'll see me wear in my next video, and I'll show both of those bags and kind of how we set that up when we're walking. So that's my backpack that I wear. That's just the G-Tubes type stuff bag. The oxygen that's down here can fit in that bag. This is the main crazy table, but it has everything. So this is stuff that I use on a daily basis. Not the Motrin, somebody just threw that in there. That I use on a daily basis to change his dressings and those types of things. This is the kit that they gave us for CPR at the hospital. I'm going to open that up and I'm going to do that with the kids as well. I've already done, both my husband and myself are trained in CPR. It's been years since I went through like an official training per se. My husband used to keep up on it every year. Our local area stopped doing the trainings, so we haven't been able to take that. We have watched a couple of videos just to kind of refresh us real quick, but we're going to do this kit and watch some things with the children so they know as well. Our older children got, probably the oldest 5, got certified in CPR years ago when they still were doing the training, but it's been a while. So we're going to work on that and I'll show you what else is in the drawer. This is what we use for all that dry skin and his eye drops he gets because he sleeps with his eyes open sometimes. This helps get some things off, and this is a connector that goes to the smaller tanks. Just his lotion, saline solution. These open the oxygen up. Okay, so now we have all these drawers, and yes, these are all filled like to the max. We have saline, and then my daughter helped me do this. So in the back there is wipes, alcohol wipes to help get stickies off. This is all like G-tube bandage type supplies, and it has quite a lot of things. So these are what comes from the company. I don't know if you can see, it has like a little cross in it and it goes around the G-tube. That's what comes from the company, but they really do not want me to use these ones on a regular basis. They would prefer that I use these, so I just ordered these through Vitality Medical. And so this is a different type of dressing. And then this is the tape that comes with the medical company. And this is what I'm purchasing because that's the tape that they would prefer to be, that's the tape that they would prefer to us, for us to use because it's gentler on the skin. So, full drawer. This is the connection extension devices that go from his belly button over to where he gets fed. So this is the belly button part, it goes over, and this gets changed once a week. This is in case his balloon for his G-tube comes out, I would bring that like to the hospital at this point. These are extra ferrule bags, and I need to restock this. I have a bunch more of these upstairs. I figured I would just keep a drawer full. I need to restock this. These are all the G-tube bags to do formula, and these get changed out daily. So then I have a trash. These are just various other supplies. I have a thermometer. I did have a bulb syringe in here, but I ended up taking it. I did have I don't know where the heck that thing went. It's a like tool that takes the connectors off. I have one like in my to-go bag, but I had another one here. And then to measure his head circumference, and then those are just like for his teeth. These are additional supplies for that monitor that I just showed you. And then we have these stickers for his cheeks for the tubing of his oxygen, which is in here. All the tubing for his oxygen extras are in there. These are small syringes here. These are larger syringes here. The smaller syringes, oops, I'll just show you with, I'm not gonna put that one back in. The tops of these, if you can see that well, this locks on to be able to give him his medications onto his G-tube site. So we need this type of top, but I needed, because he's so tiny, I needed these tiny ones that go up to 1 milliliter. And so I finally got those in. That's not what I was missing the night of. What was sent with me is these types of tips, and these will not fit. These will not fit in that G-tube type thing. But the way that I have to do it, this will fit into the top of the medicine container, so I like put medicine back in that way. Bigger syringes. And then this had different things. This had like G-tube bags that it would just like drop feed in here, but I ended up putting those upstairs just so I could make room for the supplies for the suction machine. And then I have just 4x4 gauze. I use that to wipe out his eyes. So that's about it. There's the chair. I put the chair in here for a little while. And then the bed. He's still really quite small, like short small. So he'll be using this for a little while, but my daughter is grabbing a pack and play up from home. We have a pack and play that also has like an additional like thick mattress, so if we need something bigger, then we will use that for him. So that has been it, guys. Trying to figure out all of this stuff. All those supplies needed a spot, obviously, but when I first came back from the hospital, everything was just like, literally, it was the day after that I got the little drawers. I had all the supplies just in bags and boxes and all over the place. It was like, where's the supplies? So it was just, I needed a minute, get organized. I feel better because it's organized now. So yeah, we're learning it. We're figuring it out. So that is how we're doing. That's how our first week home went. Yes.